So if you've been following me at any time in the last 2 years on Instagram or YouTube, I'm sure you've noticed that I color my hair a lot of different colors. When I started, my hair was actually a lot more damaged. It was a lot more brittle and dry, and now you can see it looks a lot healthier and shinier and it's soft. So not only have I figured out how to kind of repair my hair when it's in that state, but also how to prevent future damage. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys today, and before we get started, I just want to thank the John Frieda team for partnering with me and sponsoring this video. I am sure that this is obvious to some of you guys out there, but some of you need to hear this. When I was younger, I was a victim of this, and I definitely don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, oh, well, this part of my hair is already bleached and light, but you know what? It could go even lighter, and it doesn't matter that it's already brittle and breaking off. We're just gonna go lighter anyways. No, it is just going to all break off, and even if it doesn't break off right now, it's only gonna progressively get weaker and weaker, and it will eventually break off so that you have all of these little funny baby hairs that like stick up and they're this long. Like, it actually is just the worst, and if you've been there, you know it is awful. So do not over process your hair. It seems obvious, but it might not be to all of us, because it definitely wasn't to me sometimes. So I know that everyone says it, and I'm sure that your hairdresser keeps telling you that you need to get new products, but it is for good reason. You do want products that are gonna suit your specific hair needs. In this case, it's damaged. And so what I really like to do is get a shampoo that's detoxing and then a conditioner that's moisturizing. So I really like to use the new John Frieda Detox and Repair collection. When you're processing your hair this much, you don't wanna wash it as often, because when your hair is wet, it's more fragile and it's more prone to breakage. So you're probably gonna be using dry shampoo a lot more, and that can cause buildup. So getting a good detoxing shampoo is going to help get rid of a lot of that buildup, which is great. So after shampooing and detoxing, you want to make sure that you're restoring moisture, so that's where your conditioner comes in, and it smells so good. I really love that there's avocado oil and green tea extracts in the formula. And my hair, when it's dry and brittle, tends to look really frizzy, but I find that after just one wash, it looks a lot smoother, softer, and it feels so much better. So I highly recommend this collection if you are looking for a new shampoo and conditioner, which you should be if you are processing your hair. Again, everybody says this, and you should know this by now, but all the hot tools and the styling tools, if your hair is at the brink of breaking and it's really just not having it, don't put it through more stress than you need to. That goes for like blow drying your hair, obviously like flat iron, curling iron, but that also has to do with the sun. Like, heat from the sun will also damage your hair. And if you are coloring it, so like if I went out and sat in the Miami sun for like a couple of hours, when I wash my hair, a lot of this color is gonna fade out. And so not only is it damaging to your hair, but it also doesn't help you retain your color very well if you are coloring it. So just in general, try to avoid heat as much as possible. And I know it's hard, because when your hair is super dry and brittle, it really doesn't look that cute. And so the only way that you can make it look cute is by styling it so it like feels super contradicting. If you absolutely must use heat tools, or you know you're gonna be in the sun, then make sure you're using a heat protectant. That is just a no-brainer. The one that I really like to use is the John Frieda Extra Strength Serum. And not only is it a serum, so it's like really great for like eliminating frizz and like managing humidity and like all of those things for your hair, but it also is a heat protectant. And so I like to put that in right after I've washed my hair when it's wet, and then that way up until my next wash, I'm fully protected. Some people out there think that if you just condition your hair with like a moisturizing, hydrating conditioner, then that will be enough, and somehow it's gonna take your dry, brittle hair and turn it into something fantastic. But hair masks will get you there, and you have to do it frequently. And I know sometimes it's a chore, especially because you have to leave it in for a while, but that's why I like to do it when I like wash my hair. So I'll do shampoo, conditioner, and then a hair mask right after that. And then if it's feeling really tragic, then sometimes I'll do it in between washes as well, and then I'll just do the hair mask. So it really depends on your hair. My favorite to use is the Detox and Repair mask, and it really makes my hair feel and look a lot healthier. So definitely do some hair masks. So I'm gonna share with you a couple of my favorite hairstyles to do on freshly washed hair, on day-old hair, and then super dirty hair. And these are not new crazy hairstyles, but I found that these are my go-tos constantly when I'm trying to avoid heat tools and also use as little product as possible, so I'm not like getting a ton of buildup. But I will show you these hairstyles now. So I like to style my freshly washed hair as soon as I get out the shower. I mentioned before that I like using a serum as my heat protectant, but also to help manage frizz. And so I put this all over, mostly focusing on my ends, and then I'm going to let my hair air dry. So once my hair is air dried, I like to leave it down for as long as possible. And I found that, especially when I kind of have bangs, it helps to clip them back, but also when my hair is really brittle and dry, you can usually see it very well in like my front pieces, and so I like to smooth those down and clip it, and I find that that looks the best, and then I just leave it. So for day-old hair, this is definitely my go-to hairstyle. I start by combing my hair. You want your hair to be as smooth as possible and tying it into a low bun. If your hair is too short, then you can do like a low ponytail, but I feel like this just always looks good no matter what. And this can be used for day-old hair or also really dirty hair. Really dirty hair, if anything, sits a little bit better because the oils help slick it down. And since I'm growing out my bangs, I want my hair to sit as flat as possible against my head, so I do use little bobby pins just above my ears. You can also use little clips like we did before in the previous hairstyle. And I just seal everything up with the Secret Weapon touch-up cream, and that is amazing for smoothing away your flyaways. So when my hair is super dirty, I usually wear a hat, but if that's not available, then I will throw it into 2 French braids. So I pretty much just section my hair into 2 right down the middle, and then I will braid each side, tying it at the end with an elastic. And I am not the best at braiding my hair, but I don't think that that's super necessary. It's just something to kind of get my hair out of my face, and I just really like how they look. But it's really great when your hair is super dirty because I feel like your hair oils help to keep it nice and tight. And when you take out your French braids, if you leave it in for like a couple hours or if you sleep on them, then you have like a nice crimped hairstyle. And I like to spray it up with some hairspray just at the end to deal with my baby hairs and also just to keep my plaits in place. So those are all my tips and tricks, and honestly all of them are doable, and I'm sure a lot of these you already knew, but I just had to reiterate it because they're tried and tested and people say it for a reason. And so if you have any other tips and tricks on how to help your damaged brittle hair, then make sure you leave it below to share with me and also everybody else out there. But I would highly suggest that if anything, you at least upgrade your products because you should be using things that are made for your new hair. And so I will leave the link down below if you want to shop the John Frieda Detox and Repair line that I talked about earlier. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow me at Your Girl Neens on IG, subscribe, and like this video if it was helpful, or if you like my new hair, I will take that as well. But I will see you guys next time. Have a beautiful day and love you. Bye.